So, congratulations. You've reached with us epistle number 10 to the book of Numbers. And with chapter 10 begins the second part. Remember, we always begin and I divide each book into parts. So this begins part 2 of this fantastic book. And in this section, there will be several impediments which happen to the descendants of Israel, along with the renovation of sundry precepts in their marvelous journey from the desert of Sinai to the Moab camp. For locations, to better attune you to the geographical area, I pasted as many maps as I possibly can, showing the closest for approximations of where these cities could have been. Some are factual and some are guesses. So let's begin. As always, our Lord spake to Moses, saying, make thee 2 trumpets. Told you, Chris just loves music, and so do his heavenlies. 2 trumpets of beaten silver. You're going to have these trumpets so that you can call together the multitude when the camp is to be removed. So how about that? This is the first sounding general alarm for the people of this land, for the people of this nation. And when thou shalt sound with the trumpets, all the multitude shall gather unto thee to the door of the tabernacle of the covenant. All right, so we have a sound. We'll get more specific in a second. And now we have a location. You hear this, you come to the entry of the tabernacle of covenant. Why not? Quiescence Church. Absolutely. Judgment Day comes when a lot of things are going to happen. Go to the church is what I will tell everyone. Go to Quiescence Church. All right, here we go with the specifics. The trumpet sounds once. The princess shall come to thee, and that's why it was the heads of all the multitude of Israel. So the princes and all the family heads, chieftains. But if the trumpeting sound in length with a broken tune, so they shall move their camp first that are on the east side. So you hear this sound, a long one, it's broken up. Those on the east side move first. The second sound, like noise of the trumpet. So again, twice. They'll take up their tents and dwell towards the south. When the trumpets shall sound to be marching. When the marching tune, it goes south. But when the peoples be gathered together, the sound of the trumpet will be plain. No up and downs, no tremolos or peaks and troughs, and they shall not make a broken sound. It's straight through. Consistent noise. Now, at the second sound, similar noise of the trumpet, they'll take up their tents that dwell toward the south, so everyone on the southern side, and after this manner shall the rest do. When the trumpets shall sound to the marching. So the marching orders given, execute, southern people first, and the rest follow. When the peoples be gathered together, the sound of the trumpet once again shall be plain. They shall not make a broken sound. Straight through. Like that. Trumpet sound like that. Now, some words of wisdom from St. Theodore offers a logical and near trouble-free point of view here. Before this entire nation, before the whole multitude, plain and necessary points of doctrine must only be uttered. Plain. However, for the learned and the wiser, higher mysteries may be treated. Higher mysteries may be taught. for myself with you, I'm kind of walking the line between both, for the learned as well as for the unlearned, and for Quies's creatures. I have no idea if they're learned in regards to categories of man or unlearned. They are wise in their own species sort of ways, but in comparison to man, we are the first begotten after all. Now, if you go forth to war out of your land against the enemies, those that are fighting against you, you will sound with trumpets and length. So a long resounding blow on the trumpet. And there shall be remembrance of you before the Lord your God, that you may be delivered out of the hands of your enemies. However, if at any time that you have a banquet, festival, calendars, you will sound with trumpets over the Holocaust and pacify victims, that they may be unto you for like a remembrance of your God. The trumpets are sounded directly over the Holocaust, over the pacified offerings. What's calendars though? Huh? This represents new moons, calendars, or first day of the new moons. Calendars, new moon. The sounding of the trumpets over these victims of the Holocaust, as well as the pacifieds, once again shows the most extraordinary care and love Quies has for all of his creatures, even those being sacrificed, especially to him. This can be looked at like a most spectacular salute, if that helps him. Second year, still in the second year, the tabernacle's been built. Let's move on to the second month. The 20th day of the second month, the cloud was lifted up in the tabernacle of covenant. The children of Israel marched by their troops, marched by their families, marched by their banners. They did this from the desert of Sinai, and the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran. If you look at the map, you'll see that it's anywhere between north and northwest of Mount Sinai, the desert of Paran. Some maps will call it Paran, drop the H, Paran. The first moved their camp according to the commandment of Quies by always the hand of Moses. Wow. We can't even fathom the work that this man is undergoing. First he leads them out of Egypt, and then he leads them to a couple victories over their enemies. Now he's leading them through this desert, well organized, 1 million plus people, kids, family, animals. Wow. I mean, wow. And the communications, not like you have now. You can't just pull out something in your pocket and say, hey guys in the south, catch up. Word had been passed along. Sometimes you had to wait before you get a response back. Maybe they use signal mirrors, reflections, flags. But what an undertaking to just fathom this. When you're a child, when your family planned a trip, a vacation, when they organized things, packed everything up, and sometimes you went with your grandparents or a convoy left. Multiply that by infinity. That's what Moses is undergoing. This is an incredible event accomplished by the most fantastic man. All right, so first moved by the camp, according to Moses. The sons of Judah, by their troops. The prince was Nahasson, the son of Aminadab. Also, next, the tribe of the sons of Issachar. The prince was Nathaniel, the son of Suah. Followed by the tribe of Zabulon. The prince was Eliab, who was the son of Helon. And then following Zebulun, after these three tribes had already begun marching, then sequentially the tabernacle was taken down. Isn't this just marvelous how all of this is just orchestrated perfectly by timing, patience? All right, you're first. Okay, Issachar's next. Zebulun, you're next. All right, take down the tabernacle. And come the Levites, sons of Gerson and Merari, carrying this entire portable church, this mobile church. They marched. Let's recall that Gerson, Merari, and Koth, these are the sons of Levi, descendants of Levi. If we break down Koth, where Moses and Aaron resided, their sons were Amram, Yesah, Hebron, and Oziel. Amram, Yesah, Hebron, and Oziel. All right, when we next meet, we'll continue on with these tribes packing up. Verse 18, we're going to begin with the descendants of Reuben. So the Reuben tribe is next. Until then, I'll give you a few moments of blessed silence.